Hello students, welcome to this English class. Let us start a new topic today in English from a new book. You know that we have 4 books in English for you. The name of the book is Invitation to English and it has 4 volumes 1, 2, 3, 4. So, Invitation to English 1, Invitation to English 2, Invitation to English 3 and Invitation to English 4. Invitation to English 1 deals with prose and poetry and it needs a detailed analysis of the text. Book 2 deals with short stories, one-act plays and biographies. Book 3 deals with steps to writing, communicative English, and book 4 deals with grammar. In the previous class we had started a grammatical text, the grammatical item prepositions, and today now come to approach text, that is In London in minus force. In London in minus force by Louis Fisher. Louis Fisher is a Gandhian writer. He was a follower of Mahatma Gandhi. Louis Fisher was Gandhian in outlook, Gandhian in principle, and rather he was a follower of Mahatma Gandhi. And he has written a lot of things about Mahatma Gandhi. He was a prolific writer. He writes about Mahatma Gandhi, and in his biographical sketch, Life of Mahatma Gandhi, and here is the text that is borrowed from that anthology, that collection of writings from about Mahatma Gandhi. And here Louis Fisher says about Mahatma Gandhi in this text, in London in a minus force. You see how the caption is very catchy. The caption, the title of this text, it is in a different way and it rather attracts the attention of the readers. This text, this title is very attractive, and we know that the title of a work of art should be very apt and suggestive, and here is a title for you which attracts your attention, and the reader particularly must feel like reading the text. And here, dear students, I am now going to pinpoint the ideas relating to this text. That is, you see that the text does not tell you anything about the text, the contents of the text. The title does not tell you, it is in a different way and it tastes very nice. And here the text, the title and the text, how the text veers around from the title and the title veers around from the text. So, in this text, in London in minus force, we come to know about Louis Fisher writing about Mahatma Gandhi. So, Louis Fisher is an eminent American writer. He was a Gandhian biographer. He is a journalist, a columnist, and Louis Fisher writes about Mahatma Gandhi, and he gives a graphic picture of his Mahatma Gandhi's experience in London. And in London in minus force, the title suggests that. If we take into consideration the title of the text, in London in minus force, you know how the caption has 2 prepositions, in London, then in minus force. We know that we use in before a larger place like a country or world or anything else, anything before a larger space or larger place we use in. So, the preposition says in London. So, who is London? Mahatma Gandhi is in London. And why he has gone to London, something different, which we shall hint at hereafter, but Mahatma Gandhi is now in London. So, in London, in minus force, and again we use in before dress items. He now the woman is in sari, that means she is, her dress is, here the preposition in indicates the dress, and therefore, here Mahatma Gandhi is in London in minus force. And what is minus force, we shall talk about here and hereafter, and in London in minus force. Mahatma Gandhi has gone to London and for on a specific purpose. The purpose is that Mahatma Gandhi has to attend the second round table conference, and the second round table conference was organized in 1931, and Mahatma Gandhi proceeded to London to attend the second round table conference, and the second round table conference was organized relating to the Indian independence. You know, there was a great freedom struggle in India, and the freedom fighters were fighting for the independence of the country, for the freedom of the country. And here Louis Fisher tells that Mahatma Gandhi has gone to London in 1931 to attend the second round table conference, and the second round table conference was meant for giving freedom to the country, in giving freedom to a country, India. And therefore, Mahatma Gandhi as the sole delegate of the Congress, we say Indian National Congress, INC, and he went there as the sole delegate. Delegate means representative, and Mahatma Gandhi went to London as the sole delegate. Sole means only. He went there as the only delegate, only representative of the Congress, and who who harbored the confidence of the whole country. And Mahatma Gandhi was the man who went to London to attend the second round table conference in order to achieve independence for our country. And so, Mahatma Gandhi went there. So, Mahatma Gandhi, Louis Fisher says, as he analyzes about Mahatma Gandhi's career, Mahatma Gandhi's experience, and as Louis Fisher as an analyst of world affairs, he also gives a graphic description of Mahatma Gandhi's journey to London and his stay in London and his experience in London. Although second round of conference was a failure, still then he went there to attend the second round of conference to to inculcate a kind of spirit among the English people that India must get independence, India must get her freedom, and it is her due. And therefore, in his writing, The Life of Mahatma Gandhi, this was the book in which this was the book written by Louis Fisher, and this is a biographical sketch about Mahatma Gandhi, and this text in London in minus force is placed in this book, and this text is borrowed from this book, The Life of Mahatma. And now let us now warm up and see what the text about. It is about the second round table conference, and it was an important landmark in the history of Indian freedom movement. It was held in London from 7th September 1931 to 1st December 1931, and therefore, as the second round table is an important landmark in the history of Indian freedom movement. And Mahatma Gandhi was invited to attend the second round table conference in London, and he had to go there, and the sole motive was that India has to get freedom, and therefore, Mahatma Gandhi went to London to which was held in from 7th September 1931 to 1st December 1931. So, the text it forms a let us know something about the text, and it forms a chapter in the life of Mahatma Gandhi. You know, the life of Mahatma Gandhi is the larger text. It is a biographical writing about by Louis Fisher about Mahatma Gandhi, and this text forms in London in minus force forms a chapter in that text, and he portrays Gandhiji more as a human than as a politician. So, you know, as I told you that Louis Fisher is a writer. Louis Fisher is a Gandhian writer, and he portrays Mahatma Gandhi more as a human and as a great human being, having all the qualities of a human being, and he portrays about Mahatma Gandhi as a great human being and than as a politician. Okay, he is one of the greatest politicians, all right, but he is more a human being than a politician, and he has seen moral principles in politics. He believes in morality in politics. He believes in the he believes in a moral principle and the ideological I mean the ideological significance that is present in his experience. Mahatma Gandhi gives importance to that, and this is what the writer tells you about in his writing. And here the caption we have to note and we have to take care of. It is a minus force, but in London in minus force. So, what is minus? You know, minus and plus are two mathematical terms. Minus means when something is subtracted, minus force, when 4, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, minus 4. It is not the temperature. It is not about the temperature. One might think that it is perhaps the writer is talking about the temperature of England, a temperature of London, temperature because it is a cold climate and the temperature might be minus 4. But this is not about that. He says that he says something about his Mahatma Gandhi's dress, and Mahatma Gandhi was in minus 4. And what is an implication? What is the implication of a minus force? If you know about plus force, then we know about the minus force. So, the writer gives a graphic picture of the plus force as well as the minus force. Therefore, plus force versus minus force. And if you talk about the 4 items of dress that English people use, what are the 4 items of dress that English people use? English people use these 4 items of dress. Look at the writing of this great writer, great Gandhian writer Louis Fisher. He says the 4 items of dress that are suit, shirt, hat, tie. So, these are the 4 items of dress English people usually use. English people usually use these 4 items of dress: suit, shirt, hat and tie. But Mahatma Gandhi did not use these things. He called these things as plus force, additional items of dress. These are additional items of dress. These things are not highly required. You know, Mahatma Gandhi used these the 4 items of dress. These are called a piece of loin cloth, a shawl, a pair of sandals and a dangling dollar watch. So, these are the 4 things Mahatma Gandhi used: loin cloth, a coarse cloth, a piece of shawl, that is also the coarse cloth, and sandals, a pair of sandals, watch. These are the 4 items of dress Mahatma Gandhi used, and therefore, he said these are called minus force, because when the question of a plus force arises, plus force means 4 items of dress English people use: suit, shirt, hat, tie. These are the plus force. Mahatma Gandhi did not use these items of dress, therefore, he said his dress was called minus force, and Mahatma Gandhi was in London in minus force, that is, he was in London in his usual dress that he puts on in India, and the usual dress comprise a piece of loin cloth, a piece of shawl, coarse shawl, and a pair of sandals and a dangling dollar watch. So, these are the things that Mahatma Gandhi used in his dress, used as a dress in London. So, Mahatma Gandhi went to London in his minus force, not in plus force. Plus force means the 4 items of dress English people use: suit, shirt, hat, tie, but Mahatma Gandhi did not use these items of dress, therefore, he was in minus force. Let us now see what Mahatma Gandhi does in London and how he goes there and what he puts on there. English people use the items of dress. The 4 items of dress are, the suit, shirt, hat and tie, and these are the 4 items of dress English people use, and the Mahatma Gandhi called them as plus force, because these are redundant items. These are superfluous items. Mahatma Gandhi called these items as superfluous and redundant, and these items of dress were not at all required, and therefore, Mahatma Gandhi gives importance to the kind of dress, because a large segment of people, a large number of people are suffering. They do not have a square meal a day, and they do not have good dress to put on. When the whole India suffers, they do not have good dress to put on. Why should Mahatma Gandhi? He thought to himself, and Mahatma Gandhi changed, made a decision that he should not use so glorious and gorgeous dresses which are not at all required, and the simple, he believed in simple living and high thinking. Mahatma Gandhi's principle was simple living and high thinking. Simple living is important, and simple living also consists of this, that in minus force, using very simple items of dress. Even when he went to London, which was a very cold climate, he lived there for long days. Still then, he did not change his items of dress. He continued with these simple dress items, and he did not change these items. He did not put on the dress as English people use in England, and therefore, Mahatma Gandhi devoted to his philosophical thought, his philosophical ideals, and he never changed his decision once taken. So, Gandhi's journey started by ship. He went by ship on August 29 in order to attend the second round of conference. And in those days, there was no communication facility, or there is no air facility as we have air facilities today. These days, at that time, in those days, there was no air facility. No aeroplane was flying from India to London. No aeroplane was there, and therefore, people had to go by ship in those days. English people were also coming to India by ship, and Indians were also going to England by ship, and going by water was the only means of communication in those days. And Gandhi's journey started on August 29, and he went by ship, and he also went, he had an entourage. His entourage was when the people those who accompanied Mahatma Gandhi in the tour, they are called entourage. Yes. So, entourage means people those who accompanied. So, the root word is tour. When Mahatma Gandhi went on a tour, he went on a tour to London, and the entourage means the people those who accompanied Mahatma Gandhi in the tour, it is called entourage. And who were there in the entourage? In the entourage, there were his youngest son Devdas Gandhi, and the chief secretary Mahadev Desai, who out Boswelled Boswell, Miss Slade, Parallel Ayers, he was the AD, and G.D. Birla, the textile millionaire. So, these are the people that accompanied Mahatma Gandhi in the entourage. These people went with Mahatma Gandhi to London, but Mahatma Gandhi was the sole delegate, was the only delegate that went to the only delegate from the Congress to attend the second roundtable conference. And you know, Chief Secretary Mahadev Desai, he out Boswelled Boswell. You see, Boswell is he is here it is used as a verb. Boswell. Actually, Boswell was a great diarist. He is a famous diarist. He is a human being, a famous diarist, and here it is used as a verb. Louis Fisher has used it as a verb, and C.S. and Mahadev Desai out Boswelled Boswell means he was a greater diarist than Boswell. Although Boswell was a famous diarist, still then C.S. this Chief Secretary Mahadev Desai was greater than this Boswell. And these people went with Mahatma Gandhi to to London. And you see Mrs. Slate, Parallel Iyer, he was an AD, G.D. Birla, textile millionaire, and then Pandit Malviya and Mrs. Naidu. So, these are the other people, so those who went with Mahatma Gandhi. And you see here, if you come to unit 1 of the text again, unit 1 of the text again tells you that Gandhiji was the sole delegate of the Congress. You know, Congress, now at the time it was called INC, Indian National Congress, and Indian National Congress INC was founded by A.O. Hume, Alan Octavian Hume in 1885, and the INC was formed, it was founded by Alan Octavian Hume in 1885, and that continued fighting against the English rulers in India, because Indians were tortured like anything, Indians suffered like anything, and Indians were bereft of their rights and liberties, and therefore, it was the Congress that started fighting against the injustice meted out to the Indians in those days. And no other delegate was necessary, since Mahatma Gandhi was enough to speak for the organization and considerable segment of a vocal India. And no other delegate was required. Delegate means a representative. No other delegate was required, necessary, because Gandhi was enough. Everybody had 100% confidence, faith in Mahatma Gandhi, because everybody knew that what Mahatma Gandhi would say, that must be for the good of the country, and therefore, nobody had any doubt, nobody had anything to say against it, and everybody was happy that Mahatma Gandhi must go, and if he would go there, there must be something good sign for the country, and therefore, he says Mahatma Gandhi was the only delegate, and no other delegate was required or necessary, since Mahatma Gandhi was enough to speak for the organization, that is a considerable segment of a vocal India. Therefore, it was a very important thing that to note that. And now again see, Mahatma Gandhi stayed in England from 12th September to 5th December. He stayed there. Mahatma Gandhi stayed there, and where did he stay? He stayed at Kingsley Hall. He stayed in Kingsley Hall in London, and it was an East Settlement house, and he remained there as the guest of Muriel Lesher, who had visited him in 1926. When Muriel Lesher had visited Mahatma Gandhi in 1926, and therefore, Mahatma Gandhi had not forgotten Muriel Lesher, and when he went there, he lived there from 12th September to 5th December, and during this period he stayed at a Kingsley Hall, that is an East Settlement house, and Muriel Lesher was the host of Mahatma Gandhi, and it was a very nice time Mahatma Gandhi spent in London, and his experience was a very good one. Yes, welcome back, students, and let's now continue the text, unit 1 of the text, in which Louis Fisher tells you about Mahatma Gandhi, and he gives a graphic presentation of Mahatma Gandhi's experience and his activities in London during his stay when he attended the second roundtable conference. And you see, Mahatma Gandhi during his stay went on morning walks. He went on regular morning walks, and there was a purpose why he went there on morning walks. Mahatma Gandhi loved the common people. Mahatma Gandhi, when he was in India, he loved Indians and the common people also. He understood the suffering of the people. He understood the problems of the people, and therefore, when he went to London, he also understood the problems of the poor people in England, and he wanted to wanted to have a talk. He wanted to have he wanted to mix with the common people in London. Therefore, he went on morning walks, and when he went on morning walks, where did he go? He went through the nearby slum areas. Slum areas, you know, in London, it was a big city, and in cities we call slum areas, and we have villages in the rural areas, and in the cities we have slum areas, and poor people, usually working class people, usually live in the slum areas. That happens here, there, and everywhere, and in big cities, usually in the slum areas people live. And we therefore, let us now see what Mahatma Gandhi did in London, and when during his morning walks he went through, he went to London. He went to London to attend the second roundtable conference, and during his morning walks he went on morning walks through nearby slum areas. And he also, when he passed through the slum areas, the poor people, the slum people of the slum areas, they smiled at him, and they also knew that it was Mahatma Gandhi, and he was in a very strange dress, a piece of lion cloth, a shawl, a dangling dollar watch, and a pair of sandals, and it was very queer, gesticulation. It was a very queer, strange kind of dress for the English people. English people did not use such dress. When they saw Mahatma Gandhi in a very queer appearance, in a strange appearance, they looked at him and smiled. He said they smiled at Mahatma Gandhi. And when when Mahatma Gandhi was smiled at, that when people, men and women, smiled at Mahatma Gandhi also smiled back, and he engaged them in conversation. Mahatma Gandhi engaged them in conversation, and later came to their homes. Mahatma Gandhi engaged the people in conversation, and later he also came to their homes. So he became very popular. He became a close human being with these people, the people of the slum areas. He became a friend, and the Mahatma Gandhi developed friendship with these people, the people of the slum areas. That is the very nice thing that we come to know about Mahatma Gandhi. And his morning walks, during his morning walks, children called him Uncle Gandhi. Children called him Uncle Gandhi. So he was the man who has gone there as a representative to attend the second roundtable conference, means he was a great figure. He was from India. He represented India, and he was not an ordinary human being. But the children called him Uncle Gandhi. That means the children also became very close to Mahatma Gandhi. This shows the children's closeness towards Mahatma Gandhi, and they sidled up to him and they held his hands. That means they became very friendly with Mahatma Gandhi, and there was a mischief loving youngster called out. You know, children are mischief mongers. Children are fond of mischief. Children take pleasure in mischief. And there was a mischief loving youngster, a little child, who called out, "Hey Gandhi, where's your trousers?" He called Mahatma Gandhi like this, "Where are your trousers?" Mahatma Gandhi did not use any trousers, but the child said, "Where are your trousers?" That means it is a kind of it is a comment. It was like a comment. It was not a compliment. When Mahatma Gandhi was addressed like this, and how he was asked about his dress. "Hey Gandhi, where are your trousers?" A child said it. A child addressed Mahatma Gandhi saying this, and Mahatma Gandhi did not take it otherwise. Mahatma Gandhi did not think it negatively. He did not develop a negative thinking. He thought it. He took it in a very lighter vein. He took it very lightly. He did not take it seriously. He loved it, and he rather loved and said, "Gandhiji had a good laugh." So, Gandhiji had a good laugh. Mahatma Gandhi laughed loudly when the child said that it was "Hey Gandhi," when the child asked Mahatma Gandhi, addressing him, "Hey Gandhi, where's your trousers?" and Mahatma Gandhi had a good laugh when he listened to the mischief loving youngster calling out Mahatma Gandhi like this. And therefore, in the unit 1 of the text, we come to know about Mahatma Gandhi's journey to London, his journey to London with some people, with some other people also, and the people those who accompanied with him, and they were who were the people? The people were accompanied by Devdas Gandhi, his youngest son, Chief Secretary Mahadev Desai, who out Boswell, Miss Slate, Parallel Iyer, he was an aide of Mahatma Gandhi, G.D. Birla, and Mrs. Slate, and Pandit Malviya, and Mrs. Naidu. So, these are the people those who accompanied Mahatma Gandhi with him, but these people were actually not required, because he was the only delegate from the Congress. Mahatma Gandhi was the only delegate from the Congress, and therefore, the whole country confided him. The whole country developed confidence, faith in Mahatma Gandhi, and Mahatma Gandhi was the best soul who must speak something about or in favor of India, and therefore, the whole country harbored confidence in Mahatma Gandhi, and Mahatma Gandhi's experience was a beautiful one. And when Mahatma Gandhi went on morning walks through the nearby slum areas, people smiled at him, and he also smiled back, and he engaged them in conversation, and later came to their homes. Mahatma Gandhi loved children, and Mahatma Gandhi also people called him Uncle Gandhi. This speaks volumes of Mahatma Gandhi's closeness towards children. He was close towards the elderly people. He was close to the adults. He was close to the men and women. He was close to the children also. And from this thing we have come to know that Mahatma Gandhi loved children, loved all kinds of human beings here, there, and everywhere. He does not love the human beings in India. He also loves the human beings in London, and he also loves English people. He loves people, he loves human beings, and therefore his love is above everything. Mahatma Gandhi loved human beings, and therefore he talks about, Louis Fisher talks about Mahatma Gandhi's dress, how Mahatma Gandhi was in England in his -4s, and you know the +4 items of dress are the kind of dress English people use: suit, shirt, tie, and hat. So, these are the 4 items of dress English people use. but Mahatma Gandhi did not believe in these items of dress. He believed in something, he believed in simplicity, he believed in simple living. His food was simple, his cloth was simple, his dress was simple, and everything was simple. Mahatma Gandhi believed in everything simple. So, he led a very simple life, simple living, but high thinking, and his philosophical speculations were very high, and living is very simple. And children, he loved children, those who sidled up to him and held his hands. And therefore, Mahatma Gandhi was a very nice soul. Mahatma Gandhi was a very nice man who spent his days in London, and his morning walks were fruitful also. He went to the nearby slums, and therefore, this is a thing that we come to know in the unit 1 of the text. If you come to the unit 2 of the text, we know something more about Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi, he was a wonderful newspaper copy. What do you mean by this? Mahatma Gandhi was a wonderful newspaper copy. How can a human being a copy of a newspaper? What kind of impression do you make of it? What kind of idea do you make of it? And the writer says, Louis Fisher says that he was a wonderful newspaper copy. How was Mahatma Gandhi a human being a newspaper copy? Yes, the meaning is that the newspapers in England, all the newspapers in England, all the copies of newspaper in England were full of Mahatma Gandhi. In all the pages, all the newspapers were devoted to Mahatma Gandhi and Mahatma Gandhi. Everything was, all the pages were full of Mahatma Gandhi, about Mahatma Gandhi, everything. And this was the thing. Therefore, he says it was Mahatma Gandhi was a wonderful newspaper copy, and journalists also, reporters and journalists, they always buzzed around him, buzzing. Buzz, actually buzzing is like buzzing is a sound made by bees, and here the journalists buzzed around him. Bees buzz, bees make a sound, and the sound of the bees is called buzzing, and bees buzz, they make a sound, and when bees move, they make a sound, buzzing sound, and therefore, they behaved like bees. The reporters, the journalists buzzed like bees, they behaved like bees, they buzzed around Mahatma Gandhi. They like bees, they made sound, and as bees go and collect honey, collect nectar from flowers, this is like that, and they buzzed around Mahatma Gandhi, and this was the kind of thing that we find, and the experience was a very different one, the experience was a very beautiful one. And again he says, Louis Fisher tells you that one reporter asked about his dress, and let us see about the title of the text. One reporter asked about his dress. A reporter asked Mahatma Gandhi about his dress. When he says, oh Mahatma Gandhi, why do you put on such a dress? And when he asked such a question, Mahatma Gandhi replied, and this title is taken from this reply given by Mahatma Gandhi. You see how interesting and humorous reply Mahatma Gandhi, and very witty, rather you can say. A witty, humorous reply Mahatma Gandhi gave, very interesting reply. He gave, you people wear plus force and mine are minus force. That means you put on plus force. English people use plus force, means 4 items of dress that are not required for a human being, because they are costlier. But mine are minus force. I do not use these 4 items of dress. I do not use these 4 items of dress that English people use. And what are the 4 items of dress? Suit, shirt, hat, tie. These are the 4 items of dress, and these are redundant items, and these are superfluous items for human beings, not only required, not highly required. What a common man needs, and these items of dress Mahatma Gandhi used are the dresses of a common man. Therefore, Mahatma Gandhi said, you are in plus force and I am in minus force, and therefore Louis Fisher chose this title in this text as in London in minus force. Mahatma Gandhi was in London in minus force. So, dear students, well invited to tea in Buckingham, and when Mahatma Gandhi was invited to tea in Buckingham Palace, Buckingham Palace is the palace in England where the king and queen live, and that is the name is called Buckingham Palace, and he was invited by King George the Fifth at the time, and when he was invited, the whole England was agog, the whole England was eager to see what kind of dress Mahatma Gandhi would wear, and the whole country was waiting for that. But let us see what Mahatma Gandhi wears when he goes to attend the tea party in the Buckingham Palace. Yes, let us see what Louis Fisher tells us something more about Mahatma Gandhi's items of dress that he put on. He says he wore his usual loincloth, shawl, sandals, dangling dollar watch. The 4 items of dress Mahatma Gandhi put on. This thing appears in the unit 2 of the text. So, he wore his usual loincloth, shawl, sandals, and a dangling dollar watch. Someone asked Mahatma Gandhi when he went to attend the second roundtable conference, when he went to visit to meet the king George V in the Buckingham Palace. Someone asked him whether Mahatma Gandhi had enough on or not, or this much dress Mahatma Gandhi had. This much dress only. And Mahatma Gandhi again replied. You look at the reply, the kind of reply Mahatma Gandhi gave. Very witty, very humorous, very interesting. He replied, the king had enough on for both of us. The king, your king, the English king, the king of England, puts on very long gowns, long dress, and rather his dress, a lot of items are there in his dress. And he says, Mahatma Gandhi replied, the dress, the items of dress or the amount of dress your king puts on will be enough for both of us, for me and for your king. So, that means the dress items your king puts on can be used by more than one person, and therefore, this is the kind of thing that the kind of reply Mahatma Gandhi gave, very witty, very interesting reply Mahatma Gandhi gave during his stay in London. And Mahatma Gandhi was a very interesting character. Mahatma Gandhi was became very popular because of his statements, because of his ideology, because of his belief, because of his dress, because of his simplicity, because of his high thinking and simple living, and everybody loved him. Everybody starting from the rich to the poor, starting from the simple people, from the farmers to the politicians, everybody loved him, and therefore, Mahatma Gandhi was a very great human who was accepted anywhere and everywhere. Everybody loved him. Mahatma Gandhi was a great soul. And you see, in this unit also, we know Gandhiji enjoyed himself everywhere. So, not only everyone enjoyed Mahatma Gandhi, Mahatma Gandhi also enjoyed himself everywhere. So, it is a kind of mutual enjoyment. Mahatma Gandhi enjoyed his stay in London. So, Gandhiji enjoyed himself everywhere. He loved everybody, and he was loved by everybody. He was accepted by everybody. So, Mahatma Gandhi was the greatest soul who was accepted by anybody and everybody, and he also enjoyed when he stayed in England during this period, and he had talks with these people. Who were the people he had talks with? He had talks with the other greatest politicians like Lord Irwin, wartime Prime Minister David Lloyd George. He also had talks with Archbishop of Canterbury. He also had talks with Field Marshal Smuts and others. So, these are the people he had his talks with, because he wanted that these people were the greatest figures in England who might help India to get freedom for the country, but something different happened. He went down to Reading to pay respect to Colonel Murdoch. He went to, he did not forget Colonel Murdoch. Colonel Murdoch was a doctor. Colonel Murdoch was a doctor who had performed an appendectomy on him in Pune jail. When Mahatma Gandhi was in Pune jail and he had appendicitis, and it was the doctor Colonel Murdoch who had performed the appendectomy operation, surgical operation on Mahatma Gandhi, and he had saved him from danger. And Mahatma Gandhi had not, Mahatma Gandhi never forgets anybody who is who loves him, anybody who helps him, and therefore, when he went to London, he went down into the Reading to pay his respect to Colonel Murdoch, who had performed appendectomy on him in Pune jail. And as he was a freedom fighter, Mahatma Gandhi had gone to jail several times, because he was a freedom fighter, and he was arrested by the English people several times, and Mahatma Gandhi had to spend his days in different jails. And when he was in Pune jails and he suffered from this problem, appendicitis, and it was Colonel Murdoch who had performed the operation, the appendectomy operation on him at the time, and therefore, he also went to pay respect to him. And but only one person did not give him audience, only one man did not give him, did not allow him to meet. He was Sir Winston Churchill. He was the Prime Minister of England twice, Winston Churchill, and it was a Winston Churchill who refused to see Mahatma Gandhi. He did not like Mahatma Gandhi, Winston Churchill, and he never wanted to see Mahatma Gandhi, and he did not allow Mahatma Gandhi to pay his visit. And therefore, Mahatma Gandhi was not allowed by one man only, but he was allowed by all, and he loved and had talk with all kinds of people in London, all kinds of politicians and great men in England, but only Winston Churchill did not, he refused to see him, and therefore, Mahatma Gandhi, as Winston Churchill says, he gave a very derogatory reply, a derogatory comment on Mahatma Gandhi, and he said, here is a half naked fakir. You look at the statement of what Winston Churchill said about Mahatma Gandhi. He was here is a half naked fakir. He addressed Mahatma Gandhi as a fakir. Here is a half naked, and he called Mahatma Gandhi as half naked, because his dress, his loin cloth covered up to knees. He didn't cover his whole body, and therefore, he was called a half naked fakir, and he called him a half naked fakir who strided in the imperial palace, and therefore, Winston Churchill said, here is a half naked fakir striding in the imperial palace. When Mahatma Gandhi had gone to the to the king's palace, Buckingham Palace, to see George V and to attend the tea party there, and he went on his usual dress, and he was half clad. It was like the kind of gesture, it was a kind of appearance that Winston Churchill did not like, and he gave a very bad and derogatory remark, and he said it was a half naked fakir. He called Mahatma Gandhi as a half naked fakir, and he did not pay any respect to him, and he refused him to meet him. And here he addressed public meetings in all these and explained the meaning of Indian independence of India. So, he addressed public meetings. He did not stop there, he did not sit idle in England. he went to different public meetings. He was in a lot of public meetings he addressed to the people of England and also to other politicians and other people, those who were thinking, and he addressed the public meetings. He a lot of public meetings he addressed about, and he tried to inculcate in their mind the importance of Indian independence and why it was the crying need of the hour to give independence to the country. And therefore, he said he addressed public meetings in England about, in all these meetings he explained the meaning of independence of India. So, independence of India is something different that Mahatma Gandhi gave importance to, and that is the most important cardinal principle that Mahatma Gandhi banked upon. So, this is very important thing that Mahatma Gandhi has taken care of. Thank you very much.